So Bethesda, the makers of Fallout 4 and also Skyrim, they basically have come out and said we're done trying to get mods to work on the PlayStation 4 versions of these games. Mods have been available on the Xbox One version for Fallout 4 for a long time. I want to say like they came out a few months after release last year, and PlayStation 4 players have been waiting to get mods. And in case you don't know, mods take a game, modify it in a way that you want to play, like doing weird things like taking Skyrim and replacing the moon with the Death Star in the sky.
Because why not?
Because why not? Let's just combine all the universes. But so with PlayStation 4, Sony has been really, according to Bethesda, they've been hard to work with. And Bethesda has pretty much given up. Now, we haven't heard from Sony on this, so that kind of is important. But according to Bethesda, they basically said that Sony has refused to allow the mods to work the way they should. They apparently want to place them. They only want to allow them in the case of having restrictions as to what the mods can, how far the mods can alter the game. And Bethesda's not for that. They're like, no, we have a very strong mod community out there. We want them to be able to change the game how they like. Now, I don't know if that involves Sony opening up their system at all and, allowing, certain code to be altered, but it doesn't seem to be a problem for Microsoft. And the other thing that the story kind of reminds me of the other topic we've talked about recently with the cross-platform play. Basically, PlayStation 4 players on PlayStation Network being able to play with Xbox One players on Xbox Live. And Microsoft has said they have made the changes on their network to have that be possible. And they're basically saying balls in Sony's court. Sony has to, open their network to allow our network in, and we can have this awesome reality where you might have a friend who has PlayStation and you own an Xbox and you're playing the same game at the same time.
But the trouble is the PS4 won't be able to support mods. So if you're on the Xbox One and you have mods, you wouldn't be able to do that.
Well, there's that, but there's also games that really don't get modded, like Rocket League. The Dead Rising games, I want to say, just got re-released and in a remastered edition. It's things like that. It's these kind of decisions that I'm seeing from Sony where they're kind of acting a little bit high and mighty. I can't really think of a better term, but they're basically saying, no, we're taking our ball and going home. I mean, seriously, like Microsoft is being very gamer centric and allowing people to play games the way they want to.
Which games like that thrive. I mean, look at Minecraft. I hate to bring up that example.
No, you're right. Imagine playing Minecraft together.
Yeah.
So it's just strange because and Sony hasn't commented on this yet. And at first when I saw this, I was thinking, well, this is just Bethesda's side. Like, maybe, Bethesda's going to make themselves look as good as possible. It could be possible that, maybe they're blowing things out of proportion. But then I started thinking, like, no, Sony has kind of been doing this stuff the last year or so, where someone's like, hey, we can make this possible. We can have Rocket League players play on both consoles in the same match. Wouldn't that be great? Microsoft is like, yeah, that would be great. Sony, crickets.
Yeah, and to me, it seems like kind of a turn away from the PlayStation 4 because wouldn't the Xbox One in this situation have more to offer? I mean, if they have the mod support and Sony's not going to be able to do that?
Well, that's the thing, too. That's another good point. if you have mods on one version of the game but not the other version, and both versions cost the same amount,
People are gonna go towards the one with
yeah,
mods.
you're not being competitive, Sony.
Yeah, I don't understand that decision,
Like,
but
I don't, and I don't know if it's just the corporate atmosphere or the corporate environment over there, where they're just very like, we have to protect our stuff. Our stuff is, or our brand. Always protect the brand. Kind of like how Apple does, where Apple doesn't let you do much, only what they let you do. Sony's kind of acting that way, and it's not cool. And I'm a Sony fan, and I don't even really play these games, but I can understand people basically, okay, you beat the main game, you beat all the side quests. Hey, what's next? Hey, well, there's the whole other community out there that will just basically supply you with mods for years to come, and you can experience the game in a whole different light.
Sony says no, no, no.
Right.
It's
Because they're basically treating it like a closed system, and like you said, it's gonna hurt their sales, big time.